Greetings, Skyfarers, and welcome to another episode of Sunless Skies. I'm Cobalt. In this episode, we are... Well, first off, we're going to upgrade our character here a little bit. Okay. What do we want to do? I think we want to increase our veils. There's plenty of opportunity to increase veils. I think we want to increase our mirrors too. Mirrors we're really relying heavily on. Okay, our options are Spiritifered. Once upon a time someone took your soul. You drew it out of your mouth with a delicate silver fork. We don't really want to do that. That's creepy. I don't like it. Haunted. You are plagued with your past, some guilt or sin or old ordeal that will not let you rest. Spell in prison. The judge Stony Face condemned you to New Newgate, the stalactite prison of Old London. The idea of a stalactite prison is awesome. Bell tolls. You have foreseen your own death. It did not please you. This is probably what we'll take. The blockade of New Winchester. You fought... Ooh. I'm actually kind of tempted to do this. You fought in the greatest battle of the New Winchester War. When the regional governor, appointed by Her Majesty, was driven from the Reach. Because we'll definitely take the royalist side on this. Kind of tempted to do this, even though we really need some veils. The independent Tactics besieged the port. The loyalist stovepipes hoped to hold out until reinforcements led by the Imperial dreadnoughts of Her Majesty's displeasure could arrive. Which side did you fight on? The stovepipes, of course. You braved the blockade, secretly running supplies to the beleaguered troops. It was not enough to turn the tide. Aw, the Tactics. You're part of the blockade, hunting for engines trying to supply the defenders, and scouting for the inevitable reinforcements from London. We are definitely on the side of the stovepipes. Alright. Man, our health is crappy. And our terror is not great either. Right, I think we're going to go around the east bend, or west bend rather. So that we don't come near the chorister hive that I think is up there, if I remember correctly. Crap. Get away. Still hear them. We're getting to the point where this terror is going to start affecting us. Actually, it's not as bad as I thought. I think it starts to affect you around 50%. So we still have a pretty good buffer. I don't think we want to fight that thing. 2 damaged. Not worth it. Alright, so we'll look at the top here. The sound of the train is hypnotic. Sweet. Alright, definitely want to repair the locomotive. We need 99 for this? Oh, I guess that is pretty bad. Alright. What is this? Okay, so we have a... Those all look the same. But follow the sound of commotion. The mid-morning calm is shattered by furious yelling in the distance. The psalmists are causing trouble again, shouts a passing urchin joyously. And this is unlocked when level is known to the judgment. Known where the judgments keep their thrones. What? What is this actually? Unlocked when far from their ruined homes is... You've not yet encountered the psalmists. I have no idea what's going on here. Okay. Chaplet Street is lined with gleaming churches dedicated to every conceivable deity, sect, or heresy. And there is a corner of Chaplet Street nestled between a crematorium and a tobacco shop, where the city's least popular temples have been segregated. Okay. On this grubby and profane little corner, a group of yellow-collared vicars are trying to make themselves heard above the furious yelling of a gaunt priest. The psalmists seem to be getting into an unholy row with the new sequencers. As you approach, the psalmists pour from their ramshackle church and charge. They wade in with fists at the ready. You'll bash heads together till they settle down. Or we could attempt to mediate. You can't imagine, excuse me, what common ground exists between a cult who revere Bible curses and a cult who worship Albion's son. But you'll find out. Or you can sit back and watch the fight. These are probably two of the most despised cults in New Winchester. It doesn't matter who wins, but it promises to entertain. Or it can sneak away. You don't want to get caught in the affairs of the psalmists. I mean, I like to mediate, but I mean, I really don't know anything about either of these groups. Let's sit back and watch. They have rewarded me evil for good. What does that mean? A scrabbling, vicious, faintly embarrassed street fight ensues. The constables arrive and break it up before long. Liz again! One of the constables pinches the bridge of her nose. She pulls a slip of paper from her pocket and hands it to the psalmist's head priest. We're shutting your church down, effective immediately. You've been nothing but trouble since you arrived. The priest stares at the paper. He sits heavily on his church's doorstep. Far from their ruined homes, you've been asked to ferry the 13th psalmist to the White Well in the Blue Kingdom. What the... Psalmist priest throws himself at your feet. I kneel before you with twice scorned, he says, but my former congregation, and now again, once by my former congregation, and now again by the prejudiced machinations of the city. Please take us aboard your train. He pulls a tattered map from his equally tattered robes. Here, the White Well in the Blue Kingdom, where the dead go. We will build anew there. We will spread our word even beyond the veil. We'd offer to ferry the psalmist to the White Well. The thrice-scorned priest's haggard face lights up for a moment. For this, you will escape condemnation? It's a little judgy. Or you can sneak away. You don't want to get caught up in the affairs of the psalmists. Well, I like missions. Missions give me experience and sometimes money. But we have not been to the Blue Kingdom. At the same time, it doesn't say that this choice will come back. I mean, I assume it will come back, but I don't know if it will come back. So do I actually want to cut off this quest line? The answer is no. Let his children be vagabonds. The psalmists of the cursing church are so overjoyed that a few of them attempt to smile. It is a terrible thing to behold. They settle back into their habitual frowns as they gather their meager belongings and file aboard your train. Far from their ruined homes, you've agreed to ferry the 13th psalmist to the White Well in the Blue Kingdom. The psalmists have boarded your engine. Okay. Now we should return to Mademoiselle Lumiere. You've saved her production. She should be willing to part with what she knows about the fungus now. Lumiere is very pleased with your efforts. I know you had no interest in history until very recently, but I can't get enough of this stuff. Always more to learn. Speaking of, she disappears into the depths of her shop and reemerges carrying a covered bird cage. It's time to show you my bird. On the hunt for Hybras, Mademoiselle wants to show you her bird. Is this going to be the bird that takes apart the mountain? Because that would be amazing, especially because we're going down to the nature reserve right after this. Watch Mademoiselle Lumiere's unveiling. She wants to show you her bird. It might have something to do with the fungus on Hybras. Though how, you can't imagine. The bird should be dead. It has been cooked. Okay? It moves about its perch quite merrily. Podules of violent fungus where its feathers ought to have been. The flesh is bare, but absent of burn scars. It was going to be supper, but I couldn't resist experimenting. He appears to have forgotten me for fricasseeing him. Or forgiven me for fricasseeing him. Mademoiselle Lumiere feeds the bird a few seeds from her hand. Certainly not the mushrooms I intended to pair it with. The infected bird periodically sends spores flying around the room, alighting on this or that. I found a huge tower of them outside the Hybras village. That'll be the source. She rummages in her bag for a handful of golden mushroom caps. It reacted very poorly to this. On the hunt for Hybris, Mademoiselle Lumiere has told you to look for Fungus Tower on Hybris. I don't really want to go back to Hybris. There's nothing to do there. Okay. It looks like we can advance the ambition. Consult with them about their work on the staunch practitioner. No, it doesn't appear like we can do that much with it. Alright, we've done our repairs. We have the note from Mr. Menagerie. The same as before. Let's go to the bank and drop off some stuff. Alright, we need... Okay, so Port Prosper needs those. This guy needs 5 of these. Mr. Menagerie might buy my diffident bat. And they said that he needs 4? Four cage catches. 1, 2, 3, 4. I feel like we can hold on to the diffident bat. Oops. What I wanted to do. Just hold on to the diffident bat for now. Yeah, I guess it's fine. Alright, let's review everything that we need to make sure that we're not forgetting anything. So this is one of our quests. We still haven't really done the Carillion thing. This is our other quest. I guess that's it. I don't really see anything else we should be doing here. I suppose we should actually pick up some people. Let's head back to Wolvesy Station and grab Brew. 2 to 3 should be fine. We got 2. There's a buzz of chatter as your new crew board the engine. Oh, we've read that before. Get out of here. Alright, so the way we're going to go is... I guess we're just going to go straight down this way, in through here, and then through that. And I believe that there's a courser hive along the way. We are going to try to destroy it. It's kind of in the way. I don't like having to deal with them every single time I go down there. Of course, I'm sure it'll come back, but... Hello. like your fancy looking new ship, despite the fact that you always run into things with it, because the AI is so terrible, but it's even worse with fast ships. Runs into things even more than used to. Got some good monster groaning noises in the background. Very creepy. A lush verdance encloses you, green as emeralds. Where'd the hive go? Disappeared? You join a hunting party. An opportunistic ranger smiles a mostly toothless grin and shows off his many scars from the beasts of the nature reserve. All is fair in love and war. Join the hunting party. What threat can a few unruly animals be against a group of armed sky's finest, whatever. 44. No, we'll just reduce terror. You prefer... So we could join the hunting party, or we could explore the nature reserve on our own. You prefer your adventures to be more scenic and less liable to result in the loss of limbs. 44 is just too low. We're going to reduce terror, just because that storm increased our terror just a moment ago. Pleasant walk along with a few of your braver crew members. You set out into the depths of the nature reserve for a bracing walk and a quiet picnic. The fauna around here is shy when not being hunted. It doesn't even try to steal your scones. Still higher than I'd like it to be, but... Okay. What do I have in my hold that's taking up so much space? Oh, right. Cage catches. Oh, we'll write a port report. Actually, let's do this. Nothing special. We will write our port report. Nothing new. We'll put up the flyer for the strong woman. Tourists from across the empire come here. Perhaps you can encourage them to divert to the circus, their route home. Parents and children enter a fierce debate about the limits of human strength. Dear heart, no one can lift an asteroid. But she's the strongest. She can lift anything. Helping the circus. An occurrence. Your poster posted in Leadbeater and Stainrod's quality is now 1. You have advertised the strong woman's performance in Leadbeater and Stainrod's, which I believe is everything we had to do. Okay, so Leadbeater and Stainrod's. Doesn't seem like there's anything else we can do here. Let's move on to Capabilities Inquest. We can go to the base of research. Researchers for... ask the phlegmatic researcher about his completed research. He left a note at the dock asking you to drop by. The phlegmatic researcher welcomes you to his table with a booming, "Sit down, sit down." He calls for one of his scouts to pour you a brandy. "Thanks to the hard labor of my fine colleagues, we've done it. Witness the culmination of their efforts. It's just outside the window." The phlegmatic researcher points with his walking stick and raises his eyebrows theatrically. An orchard is growing outside. The trees all bear, well, one cannot say fruit, for they bear potatoes, or carrots, while others have ears of corn hanging like pine cones. The phlegmatic researcher raises his glass. "I call them sapling nuts. With careful discipline, it is possible to harness the reach's chaos and abundance. After that, one may dictate growth. Wood may be negotiated with. Experiment sanctioned by the company. Research continues. You've gained 300 experience, which is almost nothing at this point. I mean, look at that. It's so tiny. Oh my goodness, we need 10,000. But we now have a pack of verdant seeds. Alright. The phlegmatic researcher's list. The phlegmatic researcher is studying the mysteries of the Reach. What can you bring to aid him? He needs one of the following requests. Of course, he'd be happy to reward you for more. Experiment sanctioned by the company. The phlegmatic researchers requested they be brought a stomach of a cantankerite. It's easy enough. Experiment sanctioned by the company. Phlegmatic researcher has requested they be brought a cutting of the titanium petal. Unfortunate we were just there. Experiment sanctioned by the company. The phlegmatic researcher has requested that he be brought a fungal crinoline. I have no idea where to get that. Maybe we can figure that out. The researchers at the Nature Reserve toil away through their laboratories. The phlegmatic researcher has identified certain elements, however, which may quicken their progress. Wanted, the stomach of a cantankerite. If one could better determine the dietary habits of these ancient beings, we can establish the relation that they bear to other creatures through their eating habits. Then we may know more of the history of this new horizon. Okay. Wanted, fungal crinoline. Fungal meteoroids have been observed with leadbeater and Steinrod's telescopes. Wanted, a clipping of the titanium flower, gigantic bloom, the only one of its kind in this verdant reach. Well, let's talk about the crinoline first. We were able to take a sample. Were we able to take a sample, we may learn of the origin of its celestial voyages. Is that those weird things that float around that just shoot off spores? Wanted. The clipping of the titanium... Yeah, we've read that already. What is the purpose behind its gargantuan size? Is it a unique species, or merely an unusually large variety of the common orchid? Very interesting. Okay, so we have the turning in your research that's just appeared. We need to get our 3 things from them. Did you bring back something for the phlegmatic researcher? We're going to inquire into his current course of study. What mysteries is he delving into? I think we read that before. We'll talk about the bird quick. Okay, that's done. Those are the same as before. these are all the same. Take a quick trip into the reserve. That might take our terror all the way down. Nope, new sky started. Okay. Is that it for here? I guess that's it. Alright, let's make our way. Make our way up to Palmyr. Plenty's. I'm going to try to hug this side here. Maybe catch the inside of this island. Do a little research on our way up. Tackety. No, I suppose it doesn't matter. Well, I guess that's it. From here, it's pretty much a straight shot. I actually kind of figured that there would be a passage in there. What is this? No, we're going to forbid it. I'm not into the pagan rites, guys. That's all right. This will probably wrap up this episode, but I hear a beat. I hear bees. Maybe it's not. Alright, let's first go to the new arrivals at the circus. We'll listen to their stories, take care of some more terror. Then I guess... Okay, so Mr. Menagerie is passing through Palmier and Plenty's. A tattered poster by the station advertises the services of Mr. Menagerie, purveyor of fine scouts. An accompanying picture displays a tall, cloaked figure, slightly stooped, clutching an array of adorable little beasts close to his long chest. This is Mr. Menagerie. A pile of cages is piled beside a carnival wagon. By scouts? Yep. Okay. Alright, let's do this. Ambition. Ask Mr. Menagerie about the fire that follows. Mr. Menagerie is not pleased to see Meg. The spatchcocker. It hisses. There's an impasse. We do have 4 cage catches. Only when you wheel your stack of caged catches forward does Mr. Menagerie consent to answer your questions. Fire that follows. Dangerous knowledge for us. More so for you. Flame is a hunting flame. It comes for those who know a thing that they should not. It draws back, out of the starlight. A secret sworn between suns. The knowledge itself is the scent it follows. And when it has you, the courtesy will come. Ask if it knows the secret of the suns, and if it does, why hasn't the fire come for it? Once I did. Menagerie pulls his head to one side, revealing a bat-like muzzle, mottled fur, and a livid burn across one side of its skull. Burned it out. Better my fire than theirs. The hood falls forward. The flame has your scent, Menagerie asks. No, Meg says. Friends. She's missing. Ah. Then look for her at the House of Jude, London. I know its master. I collect my pets. He collects his. You okay? Okay. So the poster's been torn down. Let's see where he's headed. We journey to to the place of apples, where an old regent's ruins lie. So that's got to be Port Avon. Where the Inconceivable show will write a report, of course. Okay. The big top looms dramatically in the fog of the Reach, but it's not nearly as imposing as the massive obelisk floating nearby. Some enterprising soul has hung bunting between it and the big top. As for the circus itself, it hums with activity. Thrums. The dock is crammed with vessels from all over the Reach. A few look to have come all the way from Albion. The usher barely has a moment to catch his breath between new arrivals. This is looking good. Okay. Let us, before we do anything else, let's get some tickets. So many tickets. Let us go behind the tents. Alright, let us, let's talk to the headstrong strong woman. Okay. so we can tell the headstrong, strong woman her flyers are posted. If anyone from the Reach visits the circus... Wait, if anyone from the Reach visits the circus, they'll know to have something ready for her. What is this, actually? Oh, 2 flyers posted. You deliver the news while she's in the middle of her training. She puts the dumbbell down with exquisite form and fetches you a reward from her tent. Here, she says, wiping the sweat from her brow with her forearm. I hope they'll bring something interesting. I really missed being surprised. She smiles wistfully and returns to lifting her weights, keeping up a running commentary on the things she saw last time her act was popular. You've gained 100 sovereigns, 500 experience, and 2 saloon stewed gossip. Salon, sorry. So we can go back there and see what she says now. She's prepared tea for herself, but is happy to share. It is weak though. Its leaves having been used several times before. I can't believe people brought things to the show. It was like I was in Mahogany Hall again. Okay? Sweet. Feeling good about this. Can we not talk to, what's his name? The main guy anymore? Alright, let's attend to the final performance. The big top is filled. The audience chatters with anticipation. When the lights dim and the ringmaster is drawn to the center of the ring on a horse-drawn Calliope, singing the night's delights, the applause is rapturous. Then come the acts. The magician appears suddenly from a puff of smoke, dazzling the crowd with his many amazing devices. The acrobatic twins swing from their trapezes, figures of perfect symmetry as they go back and forth. The pensive clown is heralded with his comedic geese, Cuddles and Ruffles, who march in their finery before him. They honk as he juggles them. The audience collapses into laughter. The strong woman asks the crowd if they brought anything for her to lift. They cheer as a group of 10 attendees struggle to wheel out a wagon full of crates and barrels. Not only does she lift them all in turn, she overturns the wagon single-handedly at the end to rapturous applause. Awesome. I do sort of wish that there was more of a finale to this. I was hoping that we'd be able to talk to the ringmaster and there would be like a final, hey, you completed everything objective. Oh well, that's sad. Let's take a peek at the journal and see if, and just make sure that there's nothing else in it. Where is it? Where is it? Helping the circus. They can't leave. And they can't get it back to full strength without leaving. They need you. So you are doing errands to assist the circus. What errands? Oh, hey, here's some stuff. Actually, let's go to the amusements and take care of our terror. Let's do it again. Okay. I was hoping we'd get down even further, but turns out probably not. Alright, we have Palmyr and Plenty's Inconceivable Circus. Sorry, a moment's memory. Palmyr and Plenty's Inconceivable Circus is pulling in crowds. Passenger locomotives shuttle guests in, merchant traders, and even the odd, high-ranking tackety captain find excuses to dock at Gervais's Rest. The ringmaster is run off his feet. The rejuvenated circus is heaving with visitors. Looming over it all is that vast obelisk. Its shadow falls over the crowds. Its sigils are burning brighter than you remember. We can approach the obelisk. The sigils smolder invitingly. You can touch it if you like. Jeez. Okay. Stroking an obelisk, there's nothing. Alright, Here, once before. The circus has vanished. Wait, it vanished? The islands on which it stood are empty. Empty aside from a vast tree of fungus stretching up into the heavens. The hyphae stretch from island to island, weaving them together. A verdant. Looming above it is a luminous crustacean the size of a palace. A messenger. Its carapace is emblazoned with the sign of two overlapping suns. Its pincers flex slowly, thoughtfully. The sigils burn in the air beside the two, exchanged like volleys in a tennis match. Gradually, the flurry of correspondence diminishes. A compact has been reached. The messenger drives the obelisk into the ground, a marker of their concord. Wait, so the giant tree of fungus is one of the beasts? The obelisk is marked with the words of the emissaries, a meeting of peace. One, close to the point, ignites in a searing light. A commingling of radiances. The obelisk remembers the promise. Something has to. Open the circus. You've brought the circus back to full strength and experienced something of what came before. You've won searing enigma. And 1,000 experience. That's awesome. The greatest show. It's what the adverts promise. Visitors seem to agree. The cherry calliope music thunders from the big top and through the many polished amusement stands. Such is the lure of the renewed carnival, that the people are coming from as far as London to partake. Many of them never leave. A small shanty town has been established just outside of the tents where they sit and laugh and plan to return home, just not today, tomorrow, perhaps. After one more performance. Let's go behind the tents. Doesn't appear new. Let's just talk to the magician and see what... No? So is this completed now? Just were easier to find stuff in. There it is, helping the circus completed. Alright, well I guess that's that. What is it that I just got? No, it would be possessions? What is this? Searing Enigma. An incalculably precious discovery. Don't look at it directly unless you want it to scald your blood. Interesting. Alright, well, Alright, let's go to the Bazaar, sell our unseasoned barrels of ours. Gentleman must prepare for his retirement. Yeah, we've read this before. We got some verdant seeds here. 3 of them, might as well. We got plenty of space in the hold. Alright, and I think that's probably going to wrap up this episode. We got to decide what to do next. It seems like we've actually kind of, by completing the circus thing, I think we've actually kind of completed a major task. I think that Searing Enigma or whatever is, like, something that you use to, like, kill bosses or something. I'm wondering if that fungus tree that they're talking about is the one that's in, the one that's in Hybras. And then I believe that there's also like a crustacean creature monster terror up there too. Maybe I need this thing to do something in there. I don't know. I'm sure we'll find out. Alright, I think in the next episode we need to know what a crinoline is. But what do we want to do next? Actually, you know what? I think I might go to the Blue Kingdom. I want to get rid of this. And I think that there was something else around here that was also Blue Kingdom related. So maybe we'll try and get in there. No, maybe there was just that one. Even so, it might be good to open up the Blue Kingdom and poke our noses in there and see what see what comes out. Yeah, I don't see what the other thing is that I sort of expected. So what we'll do is we'll load up on ministry approved documents. I don't know if that's the currency to get to the Blue Kingdom and back, but hopefully that is what it is. And we'll try to get over there and hopefully come back probably in one episode, but we'll see. I mean, we have to go to this very specific place. The White Well. So hopefully it won't be too hard to find, but we'll see. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed this. And if you have, please like, maybe comment, maybe subscribe. And I'll catch you in the next episode. Bye-bye.